Yo guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink, and today we're gonna solve your health problems on timing in rock guitar. Some really hard lessons here, or some hard tips where we have to really work with discipline on it, but in fact that will be the key for your healthy rock guitar timing. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. I created a backing track which is really slow, and there you can work on different timing signatures. And so on. What we are learning now is to control every timing signature which is mostly played in rock guitar, and to develop a feeling and the automatism of your whole system to really get the timing right. That's what we're talking about today. So the first thing which we really work on is or that we have to talk first, is when it comes to timing. Most people think, well, I just need to play properly here on the fretboard, but in fact, you have to connect with the music and then go along with the beat. I mean, some people talk about metronome. I'm not really a fan of metronome, but what I really, I'm really strict, and with my students, and I always tell them, they have to be really disciplined, is the foot and the body feel of the count. So the first thing on any track or any music you're playing, pick up the beat. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the very first thing. That always comes first. And everything which comes after is built upon this, okay? So, and the second thing which comes then is to understand the different timing signatures: whole note, half note, quarter note, 8 note, 16 note, and we also do sextoles. So we cover the whole selection, which is mostly used, and this has to be trained together with your body metronome. You don't see my foot here. I mean, you can take a foot or you can take both feet, just that your body picks up the rhythm, and that's the first thing to do, okay? And the next thing to do is then to play. We're taking this backing track here. It's in E, and the tempo is really slow. It's in 65 BPM, so that you have the opportunity at the end of this this tutorial to put one timing signature after the next, and don't get into technical problems because it's getting too fast. And the slow thing, that the fact is very slow, is also we put up the difficulty that even the long notes that really have to be really precise, okay? All right, let's first start with the whole notes, okay? Whole notes are 4 beats, so 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what did I do? I played one note, 4 beats, but what most people forget is that the note doesn't have only a start, also has an ending. So you have 1. By the way, it's E minor pentatonics here, but you can do this on any track which you like. That's not really the point. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. You start exactly on 1. You feel the beat. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and you stop exactly on 1 again. Now, if you want to make it more expressive, Then you also, what I always do, I start to accelerate the vibrato of the long notes till the end point. 2, 3, 4, 1. Did you hear? And to give this an extra dramatic note that it doesn't sound too boring, because long notes can be really great if you also control them and work with them with discipline, okay? Especially when you work with delays. I switched it off now. Then this extra kick kicks in and gets repeated with the delay. Now let me quickly switch it back on. So here we have it. So see, and it kicks in. If you do bendings, same thing. It's a really long note. You need to hold it till the end and then accelerate it. It's really tough here on 65 BPM because the note is really long, you know. And you can work full notes upon your current technical abilities on guitar. If you're a good player, work on the timing with whole notes. If you still have difficulties, don't make it your life too bad. But the main thing you have to work on, that you feel the beat and that your body connects with discipline. You have to work on this, that you really have to. Okay, let me switch off the delay again. So now that was whole notes. Half notes, as the name is saying, is only 2 notes or 2 beats. Same thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. So I pointed. You can point them in on different spots in the frame, but play notes of 2 beats, time them, feel the beat, and then you can switch between whole notes and half notes, and already start to make music. And as you can hear, even I'm just playing really basic timing figures, it already sounds like music, because the key of music is the precision and the way of expression, being precise in the timing frame. That makes the big difference if you sound cool or somehow cool. Now let's move on to the next quarter notes. Well, that's pretty simple. Just hit one note. And here again, upon your technical development on guitar, try to make every note you're playing meaningful. And also together with the foot. So tack, 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 tack. Okay? Even I only play quarter notes sounds quite cool already, because always try make music, but still work with discipline on your timing and start to feel the timing, you know. And the method with the foot, as I can repeat again, I'm really strict with my students upon this feature in the playing. That has to be really trained because timing and rhythm is 50% of music, and you can play the coolest stuff if it's not in the proper timing. It doesn't sound cool. Good. Now the next thing comes. Till now we had all downstrokes. Okay? I forgot to mention that, but it was obvious, all downstrokes. Now comes 8 notes. Now here comes one of the, maybe would say, problems. You can play 8 notes still all with downstroke, especially if you play 16 notes after, because then 8 notes are all downstrokes. So now comes a problem. The foot is going, you make 1 and 2 and, you know, till now hand and foot was connected. But now, if you make all downstrokes, you have so 1 and 2 and. So the and goes in the opposite direction than the foot. And that thing has to be trained that you don't fall out of the groove. And once you have it, try to make it as meaningful as possible. I play now over the whole fretboard, but that's not the point, is that you get an automatism in this, that you still can be creative in even in this grid of simplicity. Okay, that's really an important thing. You can also play it with up and down strokes, but as an additional exercise. 3, 4, 1. Okay, and now when you mix all which we did till now, it already sounds quite like music. Okay, as I said, it's not really important what you play. You can play anything, but it's important that your focus is on the timing, your focus is on the foot, and that you build this automatism. You know, that it starts working like a machine. You just switch it on and then everything goes automatically, and then you can be creative in this frame, in this grid, and then you can start to play really cool stuff, and you will always be on time. Okay, well, not always, depends. Sometimes it's when I have a bad day, I also sometimes miss it, but then you're most likely always in the timing. Now we go to 60 notes. Here is obvious. Alternate picking, down, up. Same thing again with the foot. As I already said, have the focus on the foot. Or anywhere else. If you play with hammer-on pull-off technique, there again, if you hit the first or the third of the 16 notes, and the other one is hammer or pull-off, then it's 2 times downstroke. It's not down up. Then it's all downstroke, because this is called alternate picking. Also work out the stuff like that. And as you can already hear, even I'm playing really basic stuff, it sounds the way it should. Now we're coming to the last one. That's probably the hardest one, sextoles. But in 65 BPM, it's still reachable for most of you guys out there. So now we're playing 6 notes per beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me see. So that's the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So first train like this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. With the foot. That's a really hard task if you've never done that before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or if that's too hard to play a full scale thing, you can do a repeating pattern, something like this. 1, 2, 3. Repeating pattern with a figure with 3 notes, something like this, or maybe something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you come out properly. When you play like a sextole figure, it's really important that you come out whoosh on the beat. Let's do it with the backing track. That will be sextoles. Or yo, that were now all timing signatures. Practice these guys, really, that you have these guys under control, and that you always have your foot working, and that you could switch between the different ones without your foot making, you know, funny things. The foot has to be as steady as a machine. And then, let me switch on the delay again. If you work just with these combinations, you already sound pretty cool. On rock guitar, you always have a really nice timing. I always call this, you know, you're like running on a rail, you know, you're always really tight on the timing. And in rock, it's really cool. I mean, you don't, well, some rock pieces have triplet stuff, but if you're really tight on the timing on these figures, which I just showed, and you really work them out with discipline, and I mean, really work them out. Always try to make music and not just play them. I can do it, it's no problem. Try to make music and still have the focus on the timing, and the rest comes after that. If the focus is on the timing and then you can still can be creative, then you reach the goal, well, which will be the goal of this tutorial. But that takes time, and you always have to repeat the exercises, always have to be correcting yourself and being critical with yourself and your playing, and then it's gonna work out really cool. Good. I didn't go to the closure today because there's no need, because time is not really about what you play, But still, I wrote out a few exercises which illustrate what I was talking about, plus this backing track. It's available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Please join there. If you have any questions, please join there too. Ask your questions there. If you want to support me and Dr. Pink, please also join there, or share this channel to all your friends and spread the word that this channel exists. Yo, that's all me and Dr. Pink have to say. Bye.